Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It seems like we'll save it for.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll do some talking. That's what a podcast is. It's talking about things that are important to people, such as video games. All right, hello and welcome everyone to episode 103 of the GGG Podcast. We are coming back from our Thanksgiving break. We hope all of you out there had a lovely Thanksgiving break. Coming back with me is my amazing co-host, Phil. Phil, did you have a good Thanksgiving break? What was the first game that you were like, I gotta get back in there?
I mean, it's not a great answer. It's not an original answer, I feel like, because I've been so head over heels in Arc Raiders. But
Wow.
that was the game that I was like really excited to get back to, to come play. I was watching videos of it on TikTok, and Mr. Peanut.
Yeah,
around,
Mr. Peanut stuff has been all over the place.
Being a real terror. Yeah, it's made me be like, oh God, what are people doing in video games? Yeah. Anywho, that. Probably the most, and yeah, honestly, I think that's the only game that I was playing before. I picked up Cyberpunk because I wanted to see what Cyberpunk would be like on my new fancy computer.
How is it?
It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. It's mind-bending how good that game looks, and it's crazy that game looks so bad for such a long time. But besides that, yeah, not just really those two. Yeah. I want to hop back into Rivals. I want to hop back into all of it, but no. Those two,
yeah. I mean, are you gonna try to beat Cyberpunk?
I'm gonna try. I got that so I beat it before.
Okay.
I've got it with the Ultimate Edition now, so I'm prepared to go kick it.
With Idris.
Yeah, with Idris. I was gonna say in New Donk City.
That's a bonanza. No,
I think that's in Mario Odyssey. Anywho, what about you, Paul? What game were you most excited to play when you got back?
Oh God. Honestly, I got some bad answers. So I was I went onto the PlayStation Store for their Black Friday sale when I got back, and I picked up NBA 2K. For I think it was 55% off, and it's like, okay, that's the price it should be in the first place. And I'm like, and I have made a deal with myself that I am not allowed to buy any microtransactions in the game. So I have to raw dog it, unfortunately. So I was looking forward to playing that just because I bought it. And then I guess I've been on kind of a little bit of a sports kick because I also picked up Rematch on my PlayStation because it was also on sale for Black Friday. And I have to say, I'm really enjoying playing it like on the big screen on my couch as opposed to like hunched over at my computer desk playing with my crappy Xbox controller that I have for my PC. So
yeah, how does it feel with the DualSense?
I think it feels great. I mean, it's not a huge difference. Like, the thing to keep in mind is PlayStation was the last platform to get Rematch. It came out on Xbox and PC first. And so like it doesn't really take advantage of the DualSense other than like giving you some resistance with the triggers. But I really like it. For me, it's much more of like, oh, I need to burn 15 minutes. Let me just sit down on my couch and play 2 matches of Rematch. So I'm really enjoying that. I hope you get back on so we can play more. And I'm trying to get another friend back on there to play more as well. So yeah, been having fun with that. But yeah, I've been playing Arc Raiders primarily with friends. I've got a monthly Civ game going that I've played. I downloaded an extensive mod for Stellaris that it is a Star Wars mod called Star Wars New Dawn. And it's, if you're not familiar with Stellaris, it's a space strategy game. And what it does is it's a scenario where it sets up right when Chancellor Palpatine or Emperor Palpatine declares that that he's ruling a galactic empire. And so like you can choose to like be the Empire during like right at the end of episode 3 in Star Wars, or you can be one of the other like factions. You can be like Alderaan, and you'd be like, oh, we have to rally all of the other groups and form the Rebel Alliance. And so it's really really fun, really well done. They've like imported models of like all the Star Wars ships and like Corellian cruisers and all. So it's like feeding my very niche nerdy brain with
Yeah.
space stuff. So
That is I love it when a mod is so well done like that.
yeah,
And like it's a better Star Wars strategy game, tactic game than we've gotten to this point. Um,
absolutely.
Speaking, okay, one other quick highlight
Yes.
I want to throw out there. If you want to play Magic the Gathering, but don't want to spend the money on Magic the Gathering, go and you have a PC, go get Tabletop Simulator and
Okay.
download two mods that let you play Commander, so you can play with your friends. You get a mod that has a table, and then you get a mod that lets you import decks from like lists online and just play them, and like
Oh.
all the cards are just there,
Ooh.
and you have to know the rules of the game, but it's like it just lays out. And a lot of times, if you go to like a key shop, you can get Tabletop Simulator, which is great for plenty of things,
Yes, it
for
is.
like $6.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah.
Right
So
on. Well, yeah, I have some friends who would definitely be interested in that because I mean all the
mm,
great commander decks that are out. So,
yeah.
right, yeah, very very cool. All right, well let's get into the major game releases this week. First up, the biggest game release this week, Metroid Prime 4. A lot of excitement. It's the fourth one, sort of. Sort of,
Hey,
not
it's the
really.
fourth one.
um, um, yeah, but so far it's doing pretty well in reviews. Looks like it's holding at around an 8 out of 10. Let me just double check of what it is on Metacritic. Do you have Metacritic pulled up, Phil, by any chance?
Metacritic is 82, no, 81, and
81.
OpenCritic is 82. So,
Yeah, so it's a
solid spot.
pretty wide consensus. Very good, but not great. So I think that's that's a win, all things considered.
Mm.
So I know we talked about the potential of Metroid Prime 4 being kind of the console pusher for maybe an older market for people looking to pick up the Switch 2. Obviously, you already have a Switch 2, Phil, but do you
Mm.
think that this game will move some units?
No.
Excellent
And here's
analysis.
why. Here's why. Metroid Prime 1, whatever, Metroid Prime,
Hmm.
didn't make me buy a GameCube.
Right.
Metroid Prime 2. This is great for people who already have a Switch, who are already in the Nintendo ecosystem.
Right.
I think it is, I think people who are going to buy it are people who want to get a Switch anyway and are really big Metroid fans. And then
Yes.
that's pretty much it. Because if you want a shooter, there's plenty of places to go. Uh, if you want that particular thing and a new version of it, this is where you get it. But other than that, there is so many good games out there that are shooters that can play on so many things. It just isn't worth the $500 to play just this one game, I feel like. Or, even with Nintendo Switch's back catalog right now.
Right. So this is just another game to add to the collection type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree with that. I think that Metroid Prime, while a very cool game, and I've watched some of the reviews, read some other ones, seen some gameplay. Like it looks fun and it looks cool, but I think if you're that type of gamer, you can probably find like that kind of gameplay or that kind of
Yeah.
fix elsewhere. Not that it's not its completely own unique experience, but yeah, not really a console mover here as well. I feel like people who are going to buy this game are people, like you said, that have already bought a Switch 2 or already plan on getting a Switch 2 for Christmas. So yeah, or for whatever holiday you celebrate. All right, well, moving right along, Marvel Cosmic Invasion coming out this week, and it is very slightly on sale if you're picking it up in the first week of release on Steam. I don't know if it's on sale as far as on Xbox and PlayStation, but yeah, side scroller, beat 'em up. Just some classic Marvel fun here. Any interest in this Cosmic Invasion? Did you play this in arcades when you
Oh,
were a kid?
oh yeah, I played all the sort of button masher side
Yeah.
scrollers. And I will say, while it is very slightly on sale in the Steam store, it is very extremely on Game Pass.
Ooh.
So your boy picked it up, and I played through the first like 6 levels.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Like the players all or the characters all have different like combat abilities. I think my personal favorite were Black Panther and Captain America because they just like Black Panther attacked really fast and Captain America could like deflect stuff and
You just want that 1943 game. That's what's
I
going on
want
right
that
there.
1943 game and it's never gonna happen because Amy Hennig's working on it. That's just the truth. I'm sorry, Amy. You seem like a talented writer. It's
She's
just you've got a
brilliant,
curse put
but
upon you.
she's got a thing with deadlines. So
She's brilliant, but she upset an old witch one time, and that witch put a curse on her. Um, yeah, no, that's yeah. It's. I also love the pixel style graphics. I've heard that it is sort of criminally short, which I
oh,
am inclined to believe. It doesn't seem like there's a lot to it other than unlocking new characters, trying new
are there
play
different modes,
styles.
or is there just a storyline that you play through?
There's an arcade mode, and then I think like sort of an endless mode where you're just like fighting different bad guys and boss like a boss rush thing.
Hmm.
Um, from what I saw, I only played like just a couple hours of the campaign, but yeah, the characters they have are pretty cool. They have I think a Miss Marvel when she's like becoming Captain Marvel. So
Okay.
they have a Nova, they have Captain America, they have She-Hulk, they have Spider-Man, they have Venom.
Hmm.
She-Hulk's really cool. I played a level as her, and she's just like pile driving people, like throwing them around, and
Right.
she's very down to clown in that game. That is the
Gross.
they write her character super horned up, which is appropriate. That's how she is in the comics.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. Question. So for me, with beat 'em ups,
Mm,
and like I like where there's a little bit of like experience and character progression in beat 'em ups depending on like who you're playing as. So like beat 'em ups that I like Scott Pilgrim versus the World, that game,
mm,
or like classic Castle Crashers, something like that, where you are getting experience and get unlocking new moves and stuff like that. Is that how this
mm.
game works? If you play as Cyclops a lot, does Cyclops get better, or is he always just Cyclops?
Well, he's not in this one, but
Oh, sadly.
yeah, yeah, no, no, no. Yes, no, it is they level up and they get. I don't know if they get different abilities and attacks, but they get like stronger. They have more access to their special ability. Like I think it's like numbers going up rather than, but like you feel it as you play,
Yeah.
but it's not like you're getting a cool new ability, which is kind of lame. But yeah,
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So a little sprinkling of that. All right.
yeah,
Well, I might pick it up, but it definitely seems like a fun couch co-op game. Uh,
absolutely.
so that's kind of where that is for me. So
Mm,
maybe on PlayStation.
I'm with you there.
All right. Next up, Kirby Air Riders. Now, this game, I just want to clarify, this came out right before Thanksgiving. So this is not, this has been out for a week and a half. But yeah, I don't know. This is, it's kind of doing, kind of getting reviewed the same place that Metroid Prime 4 is getting reviewed, where it's like, it's an 8 out of 10, which I don't know if people are just being kind or if this is truly an 8 out of 10. We've talked about this before, where it's so weird that they're
Mm,
releasing two racing games so close together, especially first party racing games, where
yeah.
we get Kirby Air Riders, and obviously we got Mario Kart earlier this year. So
Th- This is the console mover. This is the one that's going to get people to go buy a Switch 2 because you can only see that pink little turd move around on a star in 4K on a Switch 2. Me in Mario Kart? I'm sorry. Put him in Mario Kart. You don't need to make two games. Put
yeah,
Mario Kart.
just
He's
put Kirby
perfect.
and Mario Kart. That's all you need to do. Just take all the Super Smash Bros. Characters and just put them in Mario Kart. It's fine. It's
Take
fine.
the town and push it over there.
Yeah, this is another one where it's just like, yeah, throw it on the pile of Nintendo games. Yeah, I don't know. Unless you are a specific Kirby fan, which I do like Kirby. I like a lot of Kirby games. Probably one of my more like I'm much more of a Kirby guy than Donkey Kong. Yeah, I don't really. I think they should have held on to this one. This should have been like a March something after the holidays, but it really seemed like they wanted to push it out just to have another game option to buy here. So, you're the one with the Switch too. Are you buying? Are you picking this up? No. Okay. No, not.
I don't want to say it because I don't want to hurt Kirby's feelings, but
Yeah, I do. Kirby, I love you in Smash. You
Kirby, I
know.
love you in Smash. You're so good at eating. And Kirby's video games when he's being actual Kirby and
Yeah,
not trying to be a Mario Kart.
yeah. All right, what's last on this week's
I added
releases?
this because you were mentioning Star Wars
Mm-hmm.
modding another game, and I forgot that Destiny Renegades comes out today. You can go pick it
Oh,
up and play it. You could go get a light. You could go get a beam sword, not a lightsaber. It's technically different. You can ride around and take down ABs. Um, this is the most confusing crossover of my entire life.
why don't they just commit? Like you paid Disney to put the stuff in your game. Just call it what it is. Like
Just do a Star Wars with Destiny crossover. Destiny is not a serious. Listen, sorry, Destiny's not a serious game anymore. Destiny is a hodgepodge of people clinging to a dying fire. But
yes.
just like don't try to make it like, oh well, there's a story. No, just give me cool lightsabers. Let me fight Kylo Ren and Darth Vader at the same time.
Yeah. That would be
That's
great.
it.
Instead, I'm probably going to play Jedi Survivor all over again.
Why
So
would you not? That game's beautiful.
it is. It's gorgeous. It's a great freaking game. I saw like a clip on YouTube recently, and I was like, "I'm hooked. I'm back in. Let's go. Give me that Star Wars."
Weird tangent. You know that happens to me with sometimes is and again I think I've talked about this game plenty because we love it. Is the Middle of Earth Shadow of Mordor or
Oh
Middle
yeah,
Earth Shadow of Mordor Shadow of
yeah.
War? That game looks so good even like today, like by today's standards, looks incredible.
Especially if you have it on
Um,
PC and you can crank up
mhm.
those settings. Like that game is gorgeous. Very underrated, underappreciated game. And I hate that the Nemesis system is never going to be used for another 10 or 9 years or whatever it is. So yikes.
My
Yikes,
feelings.
yikes, yikes. All right. Well, not so yikes. Let's get into the news. Helldivers. A lot of news about Helldivers. Let's start with it's getting a. We knew there was a Helldivers movie rumored bouncing around. And so the Helldivers movie has officially gotten a director. And he has
Yeah.
directed the Fast and the Furious. Do you think this is his name is Justin Lin, and
Mhm.
it also has a screenwriter as well. So it looks like this is at least conceptually, something is going to be made. I
Oh yeah.
don't know that I want it, but it's going to
Well, okay.
happen.
Justin Lin has also, if I'm remembering correctly, directed one of the Star Trek films.
Oh, okay. I'm going to
Um,
look that up while you're
the
talking about it.
I think the third one. Um,
Oh, that's the
so
worst
I
one. The new Star Trek.
Star Trek Beyond.
That's the worst one.
I listen. It's that and Fast and the Furious movies. I feel like he might be able to handle it just with the bombacity and the sort of nonsensical nature. Because I feel like you need a comedy director for me for this. Someone who could do like comedy action.
Yeah, and we
Um,
know that Star Trek
he,
Beyond was really funny. So
to be fair, he also worked on Community.
okay,
Uh,
that's better.
he directed on there for 3 episodes. So that's something. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, it's a little it kind of gives the feeling that they don't really care that much about making a good movie and just are trying to like make it the new Fast and Furious,
Yeah,
which yeah.
that's the thing to me is like I don't want all these video game movies. I don't want them, but they are going to
Hmm.
happen. It's kind of like
Yeah.
AI. It's like the cat's out of the bag. It's going to happen. Um, but I feel like what they're doing is they're assigning, oh, it's a video game, so just give it to an action director.
Yeah.
And that's and yeah, it does need to kind of be that. What's a good like comedy action movie you think that like a direct that's come out recently? Like probably like a Marvel
Oh,
film, honestly, most of the time.
I mean, kind of. Like I think that if you had someone like, if James Gunn hadn't blown up, he would be a good person for this because he knows how to do action and he knows how to do the inherent comedy of like this type of thing.
Hmm.
Let me see what else has come out recently. Well, The Wicked for Good guy might be pretty. Uh,
Just throw a couple songs in
I,
there.
I've really been enjoying Andy Muschietti's work. Although he made that terrible Flash movie, he's working on that It TV show. And he made
Okay.
the two previous It films, which kind of I feel like they blend horror and uh, some sort of comedy. I don't know. Did you watch Predator Badlands? Like, I feel like that was kind of a video game movie
Um,
in and of itself as
the
well.
one that just came out.
Yeah.
I have not. I heard it was kind of bad. So I wasn't gonna at least not see
Who
it.
told you that?
Uh,
Go see it. It rocks. If you
yeah.
don't take Predators super seriously, it's so much fun.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't take Predator very
Yeah.
seriously. I watched Alien for the first time this Halloween, so I'm not. That's not.
Oh,
It's not my universe.
yeah. No, it's a movie about like a character in a new world figuring out the rules of that world and then upgrading himself to take down the boss. It's a video game movie.
It's a video game. Okay.
Um.
All right. Heard.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, let's press on. So, more Helldivers news. Python Commandos was announced while we were gone, and it is officially out today. So, that's very exciting. Python Commandos. The biggest additions coming in this war bond are that you get a minigun. That's pretty exciting. It does come with a backpack for the ammo, but you get a minigun in the game now, and you also get a chainsword for all the Warhammer fans out there, which I'm a little bit disappointed with, because if this game was going to have another crossover, we saw Killzone, we saw Halo, I feel like Warhammer's right there, and they already put a chainsword in the game, so now I kind of feel like it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's a good point. That's a good
Yeah.
point.
And then also there is a new guard dog called the Hot Dog. And obviously, as you can imagine, it is a flamethrower guard dog. And then it also comes along with some armor sets, some skins for all your vehicles, and a new emote of you doing push-ups like a badass. So yeah, very cool. I don't know if I'm going to pick this up, to be honest. I'm kind of... I've bought every single war bond that has come out for Helldivers, and I think I'm finally getting to the point of like, yeah, I think I'm good for
Yeah.
now. Until there's like a major gameplay update again. I've put so many hours into the game. I don't know if this is going to be enough to get me back.
I'm right there with you. I think they need to change up their model a little bit just for the amount that they have. Like, you've bought every war bond. You bought the premium edition of the game when it came out, which was what, $60.
Yes.
How many war bonds have there been? There's been like one every 2 months.
I mean, I've definitely spent at least like $120 on that game, maybe more.
It's a great game, but I just feel like what comes with the war bonds doesn't justify the price that they're asking for with each edition. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I got some cool new weapons. But
Yeah.
ultimately, they kind of do the same thing that the old ones did.
Yeah, it's not so much about the money for me, because again, like, the war bonds come with currency, and so I think there have been 3 war bonds that I have bought without actually paying for them, because I've used the currency from the other war bonds, and then I've earned the currency playing the game. So it's not so much about the money. It's only $10 for a war bond. It's just I've just played the game so much. I gotta move on at some point. I'm close to like 500 hours in that game. Like, it's enough. It's enough already. Like,
I've played enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they would need to change something that would almost be like a Helldivers 3. Like, and they don't seem to be like the Destiny devs where they will just keep pumping out stuff on this game.
Hopefully.
I mean, other than war bonds,
Yeah.
which is, at least it's an addition, it's something new.
Right.
But yeah, I think unless there's a new faction or a new way to play the game, which I don't think we will get for this game, unless it's another attachment.
I think what Helldivers needs is events. And they kind of do that already, where it's like, oh, there's a war going on, or there's a major update, so there's this event going on. But when I talk about events, I'm more talking about what a lot of free-to-play games do, where it's like, okay, these 2 weeks only, you participate in this event, and you get certain rewards for doing the event without paying anything. And then you'll get players who re-engage back into the game and like, well, along with those rewards, maybe I'll buy this other war bond,
Yeah,
kind of a thing. And right now, it all they do for events is like, well, if you do this, we'll give you some more medals that you can spend on a war bond, and that's really not
yeah.
enough. You got to incentivize gamers in other ways, especially when your game's been out for 2 years now and you've been pumping out that DLC. Phil, can you talk about what they are doing with hard drives, hard disk space for the PC version
Yeah,
of
totally.
Helldivers? Yeah.
So they just recently put out an update. It's currently an opt-in thing that they have available, but it is a reduction in the size of the game on PC.
Hmm.
So basically, if you have the game on PC, you can store it on a solid or SDD and bring the size of the game down from 154 gigs to 23, which
Beautiful.
is, I believe,
Beautiful.
yeah, it's the way to do it. It's so good. Most people, if you're on a gaming PC, you have a hard drive, and like I don't, if not all your games are on there, totally understandable. But
Hmm.
like you have some games that you put on your solid state. Some games requirement, whatever. But their testing shows that a small percentage of players still using mechanical hard disk drives. Mission loading times have increased by only a few seconds in the worst cases. So they did this, and to basically like the larger install file was to account for people who didn't have solid state drives.
Hmm.
But even with this update, people without solid state drives will get the reduced file size from what I'm seeing, and they suffer a few seconds of loading, which is,
It's reasonable.
we're spoiled by not having load times anymore.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, but I mean, this is great. This is great fan service, and I can definitely tell this is what they've been working on because the Warbond has come out. But aside from that Warbond, Helldivers kind of been quiet over the last couple months, and so this very much feels like where their attention was, and I think this is
Yeah,
great. You're not ostracizing people who don't want to opt into this. But
mhm.
you're also like allowing the SSD people to have this reduced file size. It's not really an issue because I've been playing it on PlayStation. I already have the reduced file size thing. But for other people who've been complaining about that, this has got to be a huge relief on your hard disk space because it should not be taking this much hard disk space. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. uh, you know, I've always criticized Call of Duty for when they do it, so I got to be fair. But like the fact that they've reduced it by so much for such an impressive looking game, very happy about that.
Absolutely.
Should we move on to the next
Move on
story?
to the next story, my guy. Let's go. Let's talk about Arc Raiders, what everyone is still freaking talking about.
Yeah, there's been this mysterious thing looming in the wings of Arc Raiders,
Ooh.
wherein there's an expedition that you give items to. You send your character off on the expedition, and it's sort of like prestiging your account. You then start from scratch again. It is a little different than like your Call of Duty game. I guess you're unlocking guns, whatever. But you lose all your levels, you lose all your blueprints, you lose all your workbenches.
Mm-hmm.
That all goes back to ground zero. However, we have gotten word on what the rewards are for doing it. Um, there are permanent rewards that like apply to your character going forward, and then as you reset again, they kind of build up over time. So increased XP gain is one of them. You'll
Yes.
you'll level up faster, which is great. Bonus materials from Scrappy,
Nah,
sure.
I don't care.
Uh, Increased weapon repairs, so your weapons will repair faster. Uh, less cause to fix them after they degrade.
Right.
Bonus stash size, which is great.
That's really the big thing for me.
Mhm.
Because you know me, I've been complaining about the Arc Raiders stash since the game launched. So is it like 20 more slots? Like, what are we talking about here?
I mean, it's probably two, honestly. That is the thing. If anything's going to push me off Arc Raiders, it is the inventory management. And I will say this, having so I played a couple games recently where I died. I don't know if I said this before the podcast or during the podcast,
Mhm.
but then I was like so stressed about managing my inventory for each event that I was going out on that when I died and lost a bunch of stuff, I was like, oh, I have like 30 spaces now in my inventory to like work with. This is great. I lost some guns, sure, but I can like easily rebuild those. Yeah, that is that. I found the beauty in dying in Arc Raiders, and it is freeing up room.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm super torn about this
Mm,
because the expedition honestly is a lot of work. There's a lot of stuff you have to find to do this. It's not
yeah.
just like get to max level and then you're eligible.
Mm,
It is really a project, and I kind of don't like that it's like you have to do it on our timetable. I don't like
mm,
that. And I get that there is a certain, because it's an extraction shooter, you're kind of trying to manage the player population where you're saying,
mm.
like, okay, people are getting too powerful. And so we need to reset. And so the people who are playing the game the most, they'll probably do the reset so that they'll not be as powerful, be less PvP again, like kind of how the game launched at. But to me, the rewards are not very significant. You said increased XP gain. It's like that's cool, but no shit. Like
Yeah,
I'm prestiging.
I hit
Like
better.
yeah. And then bonus materials from Scrappy, I could care less. Um, increased weapon repairs. All that means is like when you're repairing a shield, it's like, oh, instead when you repair it, instead of repairing it by 50%, now you repair it by 60%. That's all that means. And so it's really just the bonus stash size that is kind of enticing to me. And I know that they've also said there might be like some cosmetics or stuff that you earn, but just to clarify, these are the items that do get reset when you do this. Your
Mm.
stash progress is returned to normal when you, just like when you started the game. Your inventory items are all gone. Your blueprints are all gone. Any coins or the in-game money that you have, not the real currency that you paid with real dollars, but
Better not be.
yeah, better not be. All of that is gone. Player level, of course, is reset. Skill points are reset. I guess that's an incentive for players who want to reset their skill trees.
Yeah.
Your Raiders Den, so that's like anything that you have stored up to make your Raiders Den look nice. And then your
Mm.
workshop, all of your workshop benches are back to level 1 or not even made. Essentially, you have to
So
remake them.
you'll have them unlocked, but they will go back to level one
Oh, okay.
because in the things that are saved, they have so you're also the last thing is that your quests are reset, but then
Yes.
your unlocked maps are saved, your unlocked workshop stations are saved, your codex entries, your raider tokens, your cred, raider deck progress if you're in the middle of a raider deck, leaderboards, trials, cosmetics. All I mean, cosmetics. Obviously, you paid for that. You
Mhm.
should get to keep it.
Yeah.
And personal event progress. Now, what I'm in this article that we're referencing, I don't see anything about you keeping. I believe you start with 5 skill points. That after the reset, you get 5 skill points to basically like you start out at level 5 at level 1 to
Yes.
use them. Yeah.
So I read that. I was a little
Mm.
confused of to if it just raised the level cap from 75 to 80 or if you just start with those 5 skill points. Are you telling me that you just start with the 5 skill points now?
I believe you just start with the 5 skill points. So
Okay.
while bonus skill points and stash base are earned from expedition are permanent, they do they stack each time you complete it? I guess that's a question. So I guess the those things are permanent as you keep going up and up. I'm just trying to find where the bonus skill points where it's saying that we keep those because it is a little confusing. Like everybody's saying different things.
Yeah, and so this is where I've been confused in the first place and what this tells me is that Embark has not really decided. Like they've been having
Mm,
trouble with this because there's been a real lack of reporting as to what the expedition actually gives you. And this was the first article that actually spelled it out. And this article came out pretty recently. Actually, it was updated this morning. So, or this afternoon. Wow, look at that. So, yeah, I think that there might be some tweaking. So if you want these rewards tweaked at all, I would get on the Embark Discord or the Arc Raiders Discord or get
and
on
chat with
Reddit
them.
and talk about the changes that you want. Yeah. So, all right.
The steps on these are intense, my man. The steps on these are crazy.
That's my big problem with it. Like I said, it's not just getting to level 75. It's like I'm still on phase 2 because I don't have the cooling fans to dump into it right now. So if it was just putting in scrappy things and Berlettas, that would be one thing, but it's not. It's like you got to complete this quest and you got to complete this quest on our timetable. And so I don't know if I'm as hardcore as some of these other Arc Raider players. So don't know if it's
a lot of solo. No, so just to summarize, it looks like you do get skill points based on the items that you had going into it, or I guess the amount of your wallet when you depart gives you some amount of skill points. But again, super clear.
Super. All right. Well, let's press right on. So Assassin's Creed Shadows, unfortunately, not getting a previously confirmed second DLC expansion. It released its first DLC. I think the game went on sale right as Ghost of Yotei was coming out, which I don't know why they did that. Why did they just no, we have to compete with the other Samurai game, even though we came out in March. Like they could have
just put it on sale for Black Friday.
Yeah, like I don't know why they did that at all. But this is also noting that Assassin's Creed Mirage has recently gotten a free expansion, and it's been marketed lately. I've seen some streamers being sponsored to play Assassin's Creed Mirage, and I was like, that's really weird. This came out last year. Why are streamers being sponsored to play it right now? So I think that's just they're trying to squeeze what money they can. This tells me that Assassin's Creed Shadows didn't do that well. It didn't do terribly from the numbers that we reported on earlier this year, but it did.
But I'm sure it didn't do what Ubisoft needed it to.
No, which is like save Ubisoft, and that's a lot to ask of one game. so yeah,
especially a game that is like going to be compared to Ghost of Tsushima, which came out a few years ago, and I think does a lot of the stuff better. Mm-hmm. And then Ghost of Yotei, which is coming out later in the year and did a lot of stuff better. So, granted, they are different games. Ghost of Yotei is a little bit more like artistic and arcadey, and I feel like Assassin's Creed strangely goes a little bit closer to sim. Like there's more things going on in there, but
it's more of an RPG, I would say.
More of an RPG, yeah.
Because you don't have choices in Ghost of Yotei. You're playing through the narrative, so yeah. But did you buy it or did you play this game on Ubisoft Plus?
I was on Ubisoft Plus for it. So if it drops down to $20, I think that is where I'm ready to hop back in, see what the new computer can do with it. Ooh. But besides that, there's not really a great reason for me to hop back on this train. They do have an Attack on Titan DLC or like skin pack and boss fight coming out, but the boss fight is just a guy in samurai armor that looks like a Titan, and then you have gear that looks like one of the Titan fighters.
Well, that definitely seems like a staffer's pet project that he was really pushing pretty hard. So, no offense to Attack on Titan. I don't know that it fits here.
One guy's like, no, it's going to be great. You're going to love it.
But Japanese, so that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Well, talking about not making sense, Red Dead Redemption 1, not Red Dead Redemption 2, is now playable on Netflix on your phone. Just what you were asking for Christmas, Phil. Like, are you excited to get back into Red Dead Redemption 1 on your mobile device through the Netflix app?
This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard, and I'm going to try it. This seems pretty dumb, but I'm going to try it.
How is it? I just think there are so many other games that like would be better playing on your phone, like platformers or more casual games. You're like, no, Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, that's what.
This is what Rockstar's been working on instead of anything to do with Red Dead Redemption 2, and this is what is delaying Grand Theft Auto 6.
Oh gosh.
All right,
I
fine. Everything's okay.
Yeah, I don't understand this. I don't care. I might try it though as well, just because I pay for a Netflix subscription. So I'm definitely not playing through the game, but I want to see how clunky it is. We
Mhm.
all know that like streaming games, like GeForce Now and what Xbox and PlayStation have been doing with the game actually running on another device and you just getting a stream of that. They've had some success with that. Let's see how Netflix does. I've played some games on Netflix, but I usually just prefer like the trivia games. Have you ever
Yeah,
done those?
that's
Like those are great. That makes
yeah,
sense. Like
that's what it's for. I feel like I've been
yeah.
also playing. They have a fruit game. Like you drop the fruit and they melt together and then they turn into bigger fruit. Like two oranges makes a
Oh,
watermelon.
okay.
And that's fun with your phone, watching
Yeah.
on the screen.
Silly
I,
gimmicky stuff like that. A narrative intensive game. I don't know. Like I don't know.
you know what? If they want to put, I'm gonna give you some gas right now for what they should put on Netflix.
All right, great.
Netflix, if you're listening,
All right.
Jackbox games, Jackbox Party Pack, Wavelength, party games,
Mm-hmm.
and then if you want to get like a more serious game, put Sunderfolk on there. Everyone's playing on their phones anyway, and just have it like run through the TV. It would be so much better than this. Nobody wants to play a worse version of Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption just came out for PS5. You can play it in 4K, or you can play this on your phone,
Mm-hmm.
dying often.
By the way,
So
Red Dead Redemption 2 not adapted for PS5 yet. Just saying that out loud. Um,
Red Dead Redemption 1 is Red Dead.
I was my partner and we periodically boot up Red Dead Redemption, and like we have a PlayStation 4, her older PlayStation 4 in the bedroom, and then we have a PlayStation 5 in the living room, obviously, and so like we'll both play in different rooms. And when you boot it up on the PS5, it's still the PS4 version of it, which is so
Hurts.
whatever. It's a couple lines of code. Just let the game run a little better, guys. Anyway, let's press right along to our last news story in that Space Marine 2. For you Warhammer Space Marine fans out there, it is going to be getting another class. This has been rumored. The Tech Marine is going to be the 7th class in Space Marine 2, and it's not going to be coming out this year. You're going to have to wait a little bit, but it's going to be coming out in 2026 near June. So hopefully around summertime, we will be
Like I
getting.
got a robot hand.
Say what?
Like I got a robot hand.
Yes, he's got a robot hand. He's going to have new abilities, and of course, we've talked about this before, but they have actually added a second year of support for this game where they originally did not intend to do so. So this is another thing that they're adding to that, along with new PvP modes, new PvP maps, and they're continuing to pump out new co-op missions and stuff like that. So I'm probably gonna pick this up. Probably gonna have to pay for it, but that's totally fine. The game has been out for a year and a half. Makes sense that I'm gonna have to pay for new content. So yeah, very very cool. Excited to see it. And I like the design of the war axe and how it's like a gear. That's pretty. It kind of seems pretty dwarven to me.
Yeah, it's very fitting for that world that is like this sort of steampunk nightmare. And I say that in that it's executing perfectly. That is a
Yes.
steampunk future nightmare. Yeah, I need to re-download this game and play it again. I think it's time to finish it with the enhanced graphics. Before we go to the main story,
Yes.
I want to talk about PlayStation Plus games for this month.
Okay.
If you have regular PlayStation, uh, uh, just because I feel like it's newsworthy. With the Killing Floor 3 PS5 game,
Ooh.
70 user score. Neon White 89% user score PS5 game. Really really cool first person like beat your score shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Sin Duality Echo of Ada, which I believe we talked about on the show when it's like a mech fighting game.
Okay.
The Outlast Trials, and then Lego Horizon Adventures. We called it. We called it this year. Free game. Let's play it.
Woo! Yeah, I guess I'll if it comes with the subscription, yeah, I'll do it. But
Yeah, why not?
yeah,
But
yeah.
why?
Huh?
But also why?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why Sony has picked Horizon to be its like, oh, we're going to turn Horizon to everything. We've talked about it before. It's just a
Mm.
little confusing. I'd rather get Horizon 3 or I'd rather, see another Killzone game. I think that Sony really desperately needs a shooter. That isn't, I feel like they've been relying on Call of Duty to do that for them. Call of Duty and Fortnite, obviously. Also, huge Fortnite event this week. We didn't bring that up for season 7. I've seen some of the video, some of the gameplay. Have you seen any of this, Phil? Like
No.
it looks like the end of Ready Player One, like which is which is what
Oh,
Fortnite is.
I think I sent that to you actually.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you might have. That's
Mm.
probably how I saw it. So yeah, it looks very very cool.
But it's nuts. I don't know if so different characters are there. Giant Homer's fighting. Also, Godzilla and King Kong are fighting like a giant octopus shadow man.
Mhm.
And then at one point you're about to get crushed, like the player character's about to get crushed. And then who shows up but the bride from Kill Bill on a motorcycle, and it's playing the dun dun dun, and then she like rides up a wall and like jumps over and like picks you up on the motorcycle, and then you're about to get crushed by something else, and Superman catches it. It's again so stupid,
It's
but so
crazy.
fun.
Yeah, I get it. I get it though. It's, like it's a mashup of every. Yeah, it's Ready Player One. I understand. I understand now. So
One other, speaking of Red Dead Redemption, one other thing, some PlayStation Plus users have a sixth new game to play today at no extra cost, which is Red Dead Redemption, the PS5 version, which is equivalent to it running at Ultimate or Ultra PC settings. So, if you don't want to play on Netflix, I guess.
on your phone. It's so silly. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. I really loved Red Dead Redemption 2, but it's just so much of a better game. I don't know if I could go back to Red Dead 1 if I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah.
Um, what is our main topic this week, Paul?
We are talking about, it's kind of a weird time. We're right at the beginning of December, so the Game Awards haven't happened. All of the big announcements are being saved for the Game Awards, so we're definitely going to talk about that, but it hasn't happened yet. So we're going to talk today about what games we think are going to dominate the holiday space. And I'll go first just to get the ball rolling. I think this is going to be a huge Nintendo domination of the holiday season. I think that PlayStation will do its usual numbers. They have good deals in reducing costs and things. Microsoft has not really done the same, unfortunately, and they've also raised their prices on a lot of things. So maybe, maybe kids are going to get some, hey, here's 3 months of Game Pass Ultimate, in a little scratcher card kind of a thing, or something like that. But I think Nintendo's going to dominate the space, whether they have a killer game or not. They're the only person with the new console. And regardless of us talking about whether Metroid Prime or Kirby Air Riders are phenomenal games or not, Nintendo has done a very good job for half of this year of releasing a lot of first party content to really beef up their collection and assortment for, a parent walking into Target trying to get their kids something for Christmas. And so
Yeah.
he now has all these other options. Or if they already bought him a Switch 2, when it came out, something like that. Oh, well, now there's new Nintendo Switch games that we can go get. So I think this is going to be a Nintendo dominating season. Xbox has really got nothing going on. PlayStation has Ghost of Yotei, and then they have third-party games. And
Yeah, they don't really have a Christmas banger.
yeah, and so I think, I know that you and I love Ghost of Yotei. I've officially platinumed it, by the way. So right on. And also, something that we forgot to mention, the Ghost of Yotei update came out. The New Game Plus update has officially launched.
Oh, sick.
And so it adds a new merchant you can interact with. There's new outfits and a new New Game Plus currency that you can interact with as well. So all that's really really cool if you love that game like we do. But yeah, I don't see that being. I see it doing well during the holidays, but it's not enough to push it into Sony's direction. So big
Yeah.
Nintendo holiday, and it's hard to deny it when you're the only company coming out with a new console, and it
New
doesn't seem
thing.
like the
Yeah.
Steam machine is going to come out this holiday season. So
Yeah, I think you're onto something there. Like I feel like obviously this is an economically unstable time for a lot of people.
mhm.
Uh so this I feel like the Nintendo Switch is a nice, easy, big purchase to get your kid and be like, all right, well this is something I can invest a chunk of money in now and then in the future like $60 games should hold them over for a little while.
Mhm.
Or to $90 games. But I will say it's also if you're buying for your kid, if you're buying for someone in your family, Mario Kart's right there. Like you have something
Right.
kind of for whatever they want to play. If you have an older kid, they got now you have Metroid, you have Pokemon, you have Donkey Kong. The only thing that's missing is like a proper Mario game from this from their what I would say is a pretty healthy Nintendo catalog.
Yeah.
So I think that is the case. I will say I think a lot of people like in terms of what games will dominate the. Do you mean like people talking about them or people buying them? Like
I'm talking cold hard cash. Like what games
cold
are going to
hard cash.
sell? Like I feel like most people who buy Call of Duty have already bought it.
Mm,
You're talking about kids having to wait for Christmas to get it, something like that.
mm,
But I think it's going to be Mario Kart all over the place,
mm.
Donkey Kong all over the place, and then Kirby Air Riders and Metroid Prime will help out as well. Pokemon, of course, but
Yeah.
there's no huge games coming out that came out in November that are
Uh,
really gonna steal the show. Like we don't have Elder Scrolls coming out,
yeah.
or we don't have God of War, or there's a new Halo game, or something like that. We don't have that. What we have is a bunch of live service updates, like Arc Raiders, or
Mm,
the finals is doing season 9 coming up.
damn.
Fortnite's going into this is the season 7 stuff with all the crazy stuff that's going on. So it's a lot of live service things. So
I will say it feels like with the finals that game has been out for two. It feels like it's been out for 2 years and then they've had 9 seasons is crazy. But props to Embark for being so supportive. I've downloaded it again and started playing. I was like, oh, this feels pretty good. Like it's the game's evolving as it goes. I I will say I think maybe Battlefield 6 will do some numbers this year. I feel like that is the shooter that like I think it might eclipse Call of Duty by the time the end of the year rolls around. I know Call of Duty is a bigger household name, but I just feel like more people are getting their friends to play Battlefield because they're like, "Oh, we can have a whole like chunk of us play this game."
right.
Um but yeah, no, I think that you're right that there is I mean, like, I'm sure we'll have a good year for PC gaming. The proliferation of TikTok and streamers and stuff like that has made it so that, like, a lot of cool little indies are getting attention they wouldn't have gotten, and PC gaming is becoming so much more mainstream. And I'm really hoping some cool indies like Peak or RV There Yet or,
Mm.
Repo push some sales, like, just a bunch of things people can play with their friends. Um, but yeah, no, it feels like Nintendo's going to be of the big three, the one to dominate. Sony is gonna. I mean, they just their biggest kid game, kid game they've put out recently, Horizon Lego Adventures, is free.
Yeah.
I guess like again, last year was
Astrobot.
Astrobot,
Yeah.
but that's a packet at this point. I think Sony's beyond moving like consoles at this point, so it's just been a slow year for them. I think next year they'll be amping up. I believe we'll probably see what Sony Santa Monica's working on at the Game Awards, and then that might be released next year, if not the year after. So
Yeah.
we're
I
kind of in
mean,
a
maybe
stalling pattern.
Wolverine next year could be
Yeah,
huge. Yeah. But I
but
think. Oh, go ahead.
you're right. No, I was saying I think you're right.
Yeah, I think you had a good point bringing up Battlefield, because I think with the mentality there, like if you're a Call of Duty guy and maybe you're not going to just buy Battlefield because you're going to buy Battlefield, maybe when it comes to holidays, well, I'll try it out because I got it as a gift, or something like that. Or, well, it's a little on sale. I prefer Call of Duty, but I've heard that this is good. So I think Battlefield, as far as the shooters, like, I think that will do really good numbers, even though it's already done really good numbers when it came out. So I think that's a good point as far as like the more hardcore audience right there. And then, I don't know, probably lots of Steam gifts flying all over the place. So, you know what? We're almost out of time, but I do want to bring this up because I was playing this a lot this week. And that is a new game. It's an early access on Steam. It's called Tavern Keeper. And me and my girlfriend have been playing this so much, and we absolutely love it. It is only really half out. But essentially, it is similar to like a roller coaster tycoon game where you're managing a fantasy tavern, and so it's classic like Dungeons and Dragons fantasy. There's halflings and orcs and humans and dwarves and elves, and there are like different maps. So you start out in the swamp, but then you go to like the halfling town and you manage one in the halfling town, and then you go to the orc town, you manage one in the orc town, and they all have different problems and scenarios. And great audio work, great voiceover work from the actor who's narrating everything, because he really feels like a dungeon master, like in D&D. Where it's all these little things can happen, regardless if you're playing through the story mode or if you're playing in just the free play, like endless mode, where you can manage the tavern to infinity. So really, really fun game. Really scratching an itch. I would recommend it to anybody who likes those kind of tycoon management games, and especially if you're into Dungeons and Dragons, right up your alley. So love it.
With 1,900 reviews on Steam, overwhelmingly positive, which says a lot. So that's exciting at $30 too. That's kind of right in the zone that I think it should be. Okay, I'm gonna have to try this one out.
It's super fun. Super fun. And you just got to manage your staff, and you hire different people, and maybe get orcs to do certain jobs, and halflings to do other jobs. It's great. Absolutely love it. All right. But with that, we got to wrap it up. We're almost at an hour. We've been gone. We got a lot to say. So we're going to be back next week. We're probably going to hold off a little bit to do our next show until after the Game Awards. So the Game Awards is taking place on December 11th. Phil and I are going to try and record the next morning on December 12th. And I'll try to put that out on the same day, so we can talk about all the hot Game Awards news and announcements. I'm hoping for some good announcements here, so that would be fantastic. So all right, anything left in the tank, Phil? Let's throw out there.
Go play Red Dead Redemption on your Roku.
This is where we're at.
Okay, hold on. This is actually an important thing. Game of the year show will probably be towards the end of December. We're thinking, like, last show of the year.
It'll probably be before the 25th. Okay. So but we're gonna mix it up. I think we've made our top 10 list. I think we're gonna take it to a top 5. But I want to do categories this year. So we have best multiplayer or best RPG or stuff like that. So we'll have to talk about that though.
Okay, sick.
Yes, for the third GGG Game Awards. Very excited.
Prestigious.
Yes, got to print out those certificates and send them off. All right, we got to go. Have a good week, everyone. Game on. Peace out.